and welcome to Disability Discovery by Das Beast Performance Project. Today I'm going to be walking through some movements to help you build a daily movement practice that feels good for your body. All of these movements that I'm providing today I do in my own practice, and you're welcome to adjust them, accommodate them, don't do them, whatever feels good for you. If there's any pain or uncomfortability, you can just sit and take a few breaths through a movement if it doesn't feel good for your body. But I encourage you to do what feels good and be present with me. This video is going to be portioned off into a few different sections. First, we're going to tune in and check into the body, doing a physical body scan. If you've done a body scan before, you might be familiar with some kind of guided meditation, either laying down or sitting down. And this one, we're going to be physically touching the different parts of the body to wake them up and be present with them. Then, after we tune in and do our body scan, we'll do a stretching sequence together, and then we will do a very gentle movement sequence together. So we'll get our bodies moving and get the blood flowing and the lymph moving, and hopefully by the end of this, you feel really excited and empowered to adjust this to your own daily life. Our bodies need movement every day to feel good, and I know it can take time to get there. Speaking from experience, I've avoided it for a very long time, but now that I'm doing it, it's very short. These little exercises that I do, I just pick and choose what feels good that day, and it's maybe 10 minutes with a little bit of my own personal meditation practice, so you can make this work in whatever way you want to for you. So go ahead and get comfortable. We're going to do the body scan practice together. The video is going to darken and just be my voice so that we can focus on your body, and then we'll come back to visuals so that we can do the stretching and the movement together. To get started, you can do whatever you want to be comfortable. If you want to do this tuning in sequence standing, you can do it sitting, you can do it lying down. If you are lying down, I do recommend being propped up a little bit with some pillows or some blankets. Commonly, people will fall asleep if they're laying down completely, and we want to be present with this practice. So whatever you need to do to be comfortable, please do it. And we're going to work from our feet to the top of our head. So in doing this practice, we're going to do both sides of the body at once. When you do this on your own, you're welcome to do one side at a time, whatever feels good for you. But we're going to start with the feet, and the first thing you're going to do is very gently wiggle your toes. And you can spread your toes and scrunch them. Just want to be gentle. Physically touch that part of the body that we're working through. So if you want to touch your toes with your hands, you can. If you want to push your toes into the floor or the surface that's beneath you, you can. We're taking all of our focus to our toes. From there, we're going to move our focus to the bottoms of our feet. So the ball of the foot, the arch of the foot, the heel of the foot, the entire bottom of the foot. And again, by putting our focus here, you can either put your mental focus here, you can touch the bottom of your foot or feel the surface beneath your foot. Then we'll go to the top of the foot. for me, I immediately start thinking about the ankle, so flowing up the top of the foot to the ankle bone. From here, moving our focus up the front of the leg where the shin bone is. Again, I am focusing on both sides of the body, but you can tune in to one side and then the other if that feels good for you. Wrapping your attention and your focus to the calf and the back of the leg. I'm very gently moving that muscle and manipulating that muscle with my fingers, not straining the muscle or tensing the muscle, but just feeling that I have calves. Then moving your attention to the back of the knee. And as you're doing this practice, if you are focusing on both sides of the body, you may notice that one side feels different than the other, and that's okay. From the back of the knee, moving our attention to the front of the knee. Something else to notice too as you're doing this practice and focusing on the different parts of your body. You might have little scars or scabs or things or bruises, and just be tender with those areas if you are doing the self-touch portion. And from the knees we move to the front of the thigh. If you are using physical touch for this, I like to use the knuckles of my hands to very gently dig into the thigh. Again, not causing tension, not doing like a sports massage, but just very gently bringing attention to that part of the body. From here, bringing your focus to the back of the thigh. Up towards the glutes. Whether you're sitting or standing for this practice, I do recommend trying to relax the pelvic bowl and the glutes. Like if you're holding tension there, or if bringing attention to those muscles causes them to tighten, just try to relax them. Hopefully you're remembering to breathe. You're not holding your breath. You're just letting your breath be what it is. Bringing the attention to the front of the body. letting the belly relax, breathing naturally. Bringing our focus to the lower back. And if you're sitting, trying to relax the lower back so you're not arching and crunching that lower back. Sweeping the focus up to the mid-back and the shoulder blade. To the front of the body with the collarbones and the pectorals. And if you find that you round over a lot, just making gentle adjustments as you focus. Doing your best to sit comfortably and straight with a supported posture without strain. Then we'll go down the arms, down from the shoulder to the elbow, just that top portion for bicep and tricep. Through the forearms. And then down through the palms and the back of the hands. Focus to our fingers, and just like the toes, you can gently open and close them, but we don't want any tension or strain, just being aware that we have fingers. And what does it feel like to open those fingers and close them? From the fingers, we will sweep our focus back up the arms to our neck. And then to our jaw. Are you clenching? Tension there. What does your nose feel like? What does your mouth feel like? As you're breathing, can you feel the air enter your nose? Is your forehead relaxed? Do one more sweep from the base of the skull that connects the neck all the way up to the forehead. Just what does your scalp feel like? Is it tender? If you're wearing any kind of hair ties, is it pulling on your hair in a certain way? Can you release any tension there? Now that we have gone through the entire body, we will take one more deep breath. And now we'll begin our stretching sequence. We're gonna go into our stretching sequence. I don't know if I said this in the beginning, but you don't need any equipment. You don't have to have anything. I have things to help accommodate myself today, but you don't have to if you don't want to. If you just want to have your physical body, that's totally fine. But I have a towel because I'm outside and grass is itchy, and then I have a couple of yoga blocks to help me bring the floor up to me when I need it. But you're also welcome to have a blanket, yoga mat, bolster, or just your body. So yeah, we're gonna get started. So we start with the toes, we're going to work bottom up, and like the body scan, we're going to go piece by piece, but this time we are intentionally adding tension and relaxation. So we're going to start with the toes and really scrunch the toes and really open the toes. If any of these movements cause Charlie horses, stop immediately and massage. That pain is a very unique type of pain, so just be aware of how much tension. And then we'll work our way up the feet, flexing and folding. And just like with the body scan, any of this can be done laying down, sitting down, standing, whatever feels good for you. Then we'll do a gentle forward fold. This is where I bring my legs up to me. If you can go fully down to your legs, please do. If this is where you're at today, that's totally fine. But a yoga block, pillow, or bolster will help. And just relax the feet. I like to sway a little bit just to help get some extra movement. Fidgeting, moving, swaying, any of that, spinning is all welcome during this too. Doing our best to keep a flat back and just keep breathing. From here we go to the butterfly. That's where our feet come together. Again, adjustments to be made. The feet can be as far out or as close as feels good to you. Trying to keep a flat back and gentle wiggles with the knees are welcome. You can also do this in stillness. Both sides of everything, so whatever side you do is fine, but for me, I'm going to bring the right foot in with the left foot on the outside. I'm using a yoga block to bring the floor up to me. If you want to go all the way to the floor, you can. If this is where you're at, that's great too. Also welcome to do child's start pose if you'd like. When you're ready, you'll switch sides. So for me, my left foot is coming in and my right foot's on the outside. During this, I'm also trying to keep a flat back the best that I can. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Remember to keep breathing. If during any of this you feel yourself really tensing and resisting, just back off a little bit. The point of this isn't to stretch through the pain and get to the other side. The point is to just be present and get some feeling. So this isn't about becoming hyper flexible and getting your knees to your ears. It's just about being present today. From here, we will do some windshield wipers. So feet are flat on the ground and just gentle wiggles. If you really want to get to the ground, you can. This is also great. Next, we'll do some torso twists. So you're going to grab your forearms. It doesn't matter which hand's on top. We'll start at the rib cage. You can twist fast, twist slow, whatever feels good for you. And just twist as far as feels good. You don't have to go too far. Then we'll bring the arms up to about shoulder height. And then above the head. Alright, from the center, then you'll put your hands behind your head and try to keep your back straight. We're going to bring our elbows in and then open. As you open, be careful not to arch back. You want to try and stay neutral. Again, trying to keep that low back, middle back, upper back as sturdy and stable as possible. Keeping the neck nicely stacked on top. And again, just open your arms as far as feels good. And then lastly, we're going to do some neck stretches. So I look down towards the floor first and then up to the ceiling. And then we're going to look left and right. I'm ending on the right side and I'm going to look down towards my armpit and just hold. You can use your hand to bring more of a stretch, but just be careful not to overstretch. And then from here, I'm just going to nod my head yes and no just a couple times. And if you find a spot that's really tight here, you can hold it. And then I'll gently roll to the left armpit, looking down. And once again, nodding yes. And hold. And then coming back to center. So next we're going to do movement exercises and get our body, the blood pumping, the lymph moving, just a little bit of activity. shake out the limbs, gentle head shake. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to bounce on our feet just a little bit. You can keep the legs out if that feels good for you. If balance or vertigo are issues at all, you can just very gently stay planted, but you can get as intense with this as you want. And then from here, we'll do gentle side to side. You could turn these into full lunges if you wanted to. And then we'll go front and back. And switch sides. Come back to center and do a standing march. So trying to keep the body straight, stable, we don't want to be stiff, right? And trying to bring the knees up at a 90-degree angle. The lower abs will be engaged. You just want to be careful that we're not doing this. Nice and stable. You can also do this particularly laying down. And then we'll do arms one at a time. You could also bounce with this if you wanted to. And then we'll do them together. And then across the body. I like to alternate which arm is on top, but it doesn't really matter. And then we'll let the arms gently swing from side to side. I try to take advantage of the twist and let my head stay as forward as possible. You can also really turn into this movement. Again, this video is about finding movements that feel good, so you get to experiment a little bit. And then I like to go back to little toe touches just to let the momentum kind of move itself out, so we're not just stopping bluntly. So that was our workshop movement series for today. Please feel free to adapt, accommodate, do whatever you want with these movements. I will say if you want some homework to go through this video and do the things that were really beneficial for you and make that your own. If you have any questions or want any accommodations, please reach out and I'll do my best to provide that information for you. So go have fun, enjoy your body, and get some movement. Thanks for joining me today.